Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video will be seen and shared. It is Celine Driver once again, bringing you part 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of my November 2020 State of the Collection video series. I've already done 4. Hopefully you've seen those. I did 3 videos covering my non-Zelos watches. I've already done 1 Zelos watch video of 10 watches, and this will be my second of the 3 Zelos videos covering another 10 watches. Now, all these watches have had individual videos done of them. So I'm just doing run-throughs, but if you want detailed information about these watches, all you have to do is figure out which one you wanted more information about and go find that watch video in my channel archive. It's not terribly hard to find. If you wanted to see more information on, say, this Thresher here, which is the blue one, all you have to do is search for blue Thresher on my channel and it will pop up. So let's get started. We're going to move from this direction over to this direction. And we're going to start with my green Thresher. Now, the Thresher line is a line I've been aware of from Zelos for much longer, I think, than pretty much anybody else. I was shown a picture of the prototype, which actually looked more like this, a long time ago, and Elsham just put it together as a design idea, he called it. And you know, he hadn't even produced the Horizon GMT yet, so he hadn't done a GMT watch yet. And I told him that he really had to build this watch. It really looked great. The blue dial, the touches of orange in it, really needed to be done. And it took a while for him to decide to make the watch, but he did make the watch, and here it is. And what is unique about this watch, I've not seen this done on any other watch. I'm not saying that it hasn't been. I'm saying I haven't seen it. Is the dual function bezel. You have on the inner track of the bezel, you have a typical diver's bezel with the numbers counting up 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on to track your underwater time. But on the outer track, and I think you could see them, is a 24-hour scale for the GMT hand. And you can see that, 12 lines up with 30, 24 lines up with the 60-minute time marker, etc., etc. And as you turn the bezel on this, and you can line it up, to the GMT, or you can line it up to the dive portion. So it's a dual. It's basically you're getting a GMT watch and a 500-meter diver in one package. Now, there were 5 different colorways on this. As I'm making this video, the only one that's left for sale is the coal black. All the other colorways are sold out, including this green one and this blue one. And I believe there was a mother of pearl and a meteorite. But really, just an overall nice looking watch. You have that nice custom GMT rotor on the back. I paired it up on the steel bracelet because I like that. Has very good micro adjustment. This is a new clasp for Zelos. The micro adjuster is inside the clasp. It works well. Just an overall nice looking, wears well watch. And here it is in blue. Now, I bought the green one myself. My father bought the blue one. Yes, I mention my father a lot in these videos. He is a very important person in my life, one of the most important people in my life. He is a fellow watch collector. He owns quite a number of Zelos himself. But when he no longer wants to wear a watch for whatever reason, he either sells it or he gives it to me. And that happens about half the time either way. But he bought this watch, he enjoyed it for a while, and then he turned it over to me to wear. And he's always welcome to claim the watch back. Of course, I'd have to resize it, but you know, he's a good guy, my father. Moving on from the Thresher, we have my Makos. Now, I have 2 Gen 1 Makos. I used to have 4. I sold 2. And I have 2 Gen 3 Makos. Why don't I have a Gen 2 Mako? My dad has a Gen 2 Mako. Will he let me borrow it? No. Will he let me film it? No. So there you go. That's why. Now, this is a unique watch. I love these Makos. Really nice bezel action, even in the Gen 1s. They work really well on the Gen 1 strap, which is the older style with the ratcheting adjuster. This was a watch that was never really meant to be. You see the meteorite dial, but you see a blue bezel insert. You say, but Celine Driver, wait a minute. Elsha never made this combination. On when the website when it was for sale, the meteorite dial was only available with a black bezel insert. That's right, you are correct. However, he was screwing around one day, I guess, and he decided to put the blue bezel on a couple, exactly 3 of these watches, and he showed a picture of one on Facebook, and he says, what do you guys think? And I immediately returned back to him. I said, I think you need to sell me that one. And I was not expected to be taken seriously, but he took me seriously, and he sold it to me for what this would cost normally. So I didn't get a discount. I didn't get a freebie. I don't get discounts. I don't get freebies from Zelos. When I buy a Zelos watch, I pay the same money that everybody else does. But I did get one of only 3 first-gen Makos in this combination. And it's a great little watch. Keeps good time. It's very wearable. And it's tough as nails. Now, this is a regular production Zelos. Blue insert, blue dial, the sunburst dial. Really, really nice. The only weakness on these first-gen Makos was the size of the crown was kind of small for someone with sausage fingers like me. That was fixed in the 2nd generation and continued to the 3rd generation. In fact, you can see the comparison between the crown sizes right there. Anyway. Again, nice little watch. It pairs well with the metal bracelet, which was an option. You buy that as an option, and I did buy it. It was not given to me. I have the 3rd generation Mako, the Frost. Now, this is a full lume dial, so I obviously I don't have a picture of it, but I did insert a brief video clip in the video I made of this watch, showing the full lume, and this thing is a flashlight at night. This watch was originally belonged to Random Rob, and he put it up for sale on a Sunday Fun Day. I think it was on a Sunday Fun. No, it was before a Sunday Fun Day. He said, I want to sell. I said, I'm selling my Mako Frost, $300. And I couldn't get the email out fast enough. So I got this at a really, really good price. And I love the watch. And again, I paired it with the bracelet, which really worked well. Now, this watch is a little unique. This is a Zelos watch that was not sold by Zelos. It has that little logo on the bottom. Now, what is that logo? It does not appear on this Mako or that Mako or that Mako. This watch was made in conjunction with another company called Stitches and Buckles. They came up with a company called Adamus, something like that. It's in the video that I made of this watch. It is a Gen 3 Mako with a sodalite, a mineral dial. So, and each one is unique. Each dial is cut from a piece of sodalite, which is a rock, a mineral, and each one is unique. It has a unique case back showing a map of the world. And they're very, the yield rate on these dials is very low because sodalite is a very brittle mineral rock. But they did manage to build, I believe, 108 of these. There may still be some for sale on Stitches and Buckles website. You can go there and check it out. They also are a reseller for other micro brands, including Zelos. So I like that. Very nice watch. Then I have my 4 swordfish. I did have 5. I did have a second generation carbon dial, which I sold. This one is a first generation swordfish in cobalt blue. And you can tell it's a first generation because it has the older style clasp in it, as opposed to the newer style with that clasp. Oh, this is a third generation. I'll get to that. The second generation had a different clasp altogether. This is obviously in stainless steel. The swordfish lineup has been extremely popular over the years. They sell out very quickly. They're great watches. They're right in a beautiful size for me, a 42 millimeter. Beautifully faceted cases. Very comfortable to wear, very comfortable bracelets. I believe they have a 300 meter. I believe that says 300 meter. I believe it's 300 meter. Water resistance, so very capable diver. Great loom. Just a great all-around 3-hand watch. It was available with or without date, depending on how you wanted it. And I did manage to pick up one of these in aquamarine with the steel insert. These were very popular. They sold very quickly. It was the first time that Elshin had done a watch in this colorway, and it really, really looks great. Excellent, throaty, very tight bezel action. No wobble. High quality. It's also a first-gen watch. You can tell from the clasp. It's a first-gen swordfish. Nice relief cut swordfish case back. Really, really looks great. I want to wear this watch more often. I want to wear all my watches more often, but that's the way it goes sometimes, right? I did skip over the second gen. Well, I didn't skip over. I did own a second generation swordfish. As I said, I sold it. The video is still up on my channel if you want to see what a second gen looks like. It's not that much different than a first gen. One of the big differences is the clasp on the back end. But again, it's more of the same, really. And then we come to the third generation, which is, in this case, a full meteorite dial with a meteorite bezel insert. Still got that great, throaty, well-executed dive bezel and great ratcheting. Same engraving on the back. It's just this one. And you can see the cases aren't that different. In fact, really not at all. The sides are pretty much the same. The crown's the same. The crown guards are the same. The big difference was the different use of materials. These are now available they've been available in steel or bronze. They are now also available in titanium. They have different colorways on the watch faces, but in terms of Gen 1 versus Gen 2, really the big difference that I can see is the buckle, and the difference between Gen 2 and Gen 3 is, again, another different clasp with the internal micro adjust. Terrific watch, it really is. And now the crown jewel of this, of my Zelos collection, is one of the crown jewels, certainly the crown jewel of this video, is the third generation swordfish Damascus, or titanium Damascus. So Damascus is a shortening of the two words. This is basically an alloy of type 2 and type 5 titanium that has been forged in the Damascus style, which means that you have this layering effect and the striations, which are unique to each case. And then it's heat treated. Now, Elshin does the heat treat himself. There were in this watch there were two versions of the case. There was a blue version like this, and there's also a yellow gold, more yellow than gold version. And the difference is the heat treat. The yellow ones are heat treated at a lower temperature than this. This one is heat treated at about 500 degrees Celsius, which I believe is about 930 degrees Fahrenheit, give or take a degree or two. Now, this originally comes on a rubber strap. I did have it in the video I made on this watch. I put it on a leather strap. I decided I wanted to try an experiment, so I jumped onto Amazon, and I found this mesh-looking black bracelet of a indeterminate brand name, and it's a nice double lock, fold over with double push button, full milled clasp. It's black, as you can see. I mean, obviously it's black. Has a mesh look to it. I think it was only like $32 for it, and I really like the way it looks because it's obviously a universal straight end link. It doesn't hit the watch or interfere with the watch, so it's not wearing on the case at all. So I like the way it looks, and it fits really well. It feels really well. And the bezel action on these third generation swordfish are even better than on the first two generations. And for first on Damascus for Elshin is a full Damascus bezel as well as the case itself. Not many of these produced. They only made 30 of these in blue, 30 of these in the yellow. Then there were two different watch faces. There was black sand and there was meteorite. I opted for the black sand. There's only about 12 or so of each of those. There's some are being held back for warranty issues or whatever reasons. So this is a one of 12, maybe one of 13, certainly no more than 15. So really, really nice. I was really, really looking forward to this watch. I chased it for a good while because I'd missed other Damascus offerings that Zelos did, and I was determined I was not going to miss this one. I am still chasing a couple of the other older Damascus offerings. Hopefully one day one of those will pop up on my radar and I'll be able to grab one, but for now I only have two of them. You'll see the other one in another video. But this one is one of the crown jewels of my Zelos collection, and I feel privileged to have gotten that watch. It was my privilege to buy it. And yes, I paid full price. There are no gifts on this channel. And if there ever will be, I will tell you that up front. So anyway, that concludes part 2 of my Zelos watch collection video. Part 3 will be out shortly. And that one will be my favorite video to make. That'll be the video that I make that I'm most happy to make and most proud of. But you'll see that in an upcoming video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me that thumbs up. Clicking on the like button, the thumbs up button, whatever you want to call it, does help the channel. It helps with the YouTube search algorithms. It makes the channel more searchable. And when my channel pops up in a search that you might do, the more likes I get, the more likely it is my channel will be more towards the top of your search. So clicking that thumbs up helps. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I read them all. I respond to them all. However, if you are going to be a troll, if you're going to be a nasty little SOB, or you're going to put links in my comment section that take my viewers off to illegal, immoral, and impractical websites, I will delete the comment so it's not seen, and then I will block you so you're not seen. If you're new to this channel, of course, welcome. Glad you're here. Glad you found the place. Feel free to view as many videos as you wish. All I ask is that before you leave, you click the subscribe button. And when you click that button, click the bell icon next to it so that when I upload new content, you are alerted. Or when I go live, which I do every Wednesday, and do a live stream at noon Eastern Time. And I do other live streams during the week as opportunity and mood present themselves. You will be alerted to those streams. I thank you again for stopping by. I hope everyone is staying safe, staying well, staying healthy. And I hope that so that I will see you in my next video.